surely you don't make movies anymore. We are one of the biggest movie studios in the world. We film out here 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. There are TV shows actually filming here at the studio today. We see famous people out here all the time. As a matter of fact, if I could just tell you guys, about 3 weeks ago, we were doing the V.I.P. tour, and on a portion of our studio, we saw David Hasselhoff. If you guys remember David Hasselhoff. And let me tell you something, David Hasselhoff looks terrific. He looks incredible. Oh, by the way, this is our fire department. This is Fire Station 51. We have our own fire department. Universal has had some major fires out here over the last few years, and these guys always come to our rescue. Now, bottom of the hill is the largest soundstage at Universal. We do all of our indoor filming inside of our soundstage. Soundstage number 12 happens to be the home of The Voice.
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal front lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
If you watch The Voice, and they're doing The Voice here today, this is the American The Voice. Do you watch The Voice?
Yeah.
This is where Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Jennifer Hudson, and Miley Cyrus do the Voice, and they're filming today. So at the moment we are driving through the front lot, and again it's out here on the front lot where we have all of our big sound stages that we do all of the indoor filming for all of our productions inside of. So these cars parked out here on the left belong to the crew and the actors filming here at the studio today. One of the great things about doing the V.I.P. tour is that, unlike the regular, and I apologize for that car out there with the human body on the front. I don't know who that belongs to. One of the great things about the V.I.P. tour is that we get on and off of our little V.I.P. trolley and walk around, stuff that they don't get to do on the regular studio tour. And we're actually going to walk around inside one of these sound stages in just a few moments. I'm going to not tell you what the name of the show that we're going to be walking around is yet. You didn't mention it, did you?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Well, my group has no idea, but your group will know things that my group does not know. We're passing by Soundstage 21. I'll tell you a quick story about 21. There's a TV show filming inside there at this moment called Superstore, which stars America Ferrera. But over 20 years ago, I've been here a long time, I snuck in there when Ron Howard was filming Apollo 13. He had built Mission Control inside there, and I snuck in there during a break. And no one knew I was in there. I was in there by myself. I still remember seeing Bill Paxton, the actor, clowning around with the crew. He was a much beloved guy. Bill Paxton passed away very recently. Much beloved actor, though. Universal is the home of the Despicable Me movies. We have a couple of Minions. Anyone know the names of these two Minions out here on the right? Everyone loves the Minions. What are their names? That's correct. You are absolutely correct. You win. I don't know what you win. You win a VIP tour. That's what you win. But let me ask you this. You know who that famous person is standing off to the left with the martini in his hand? Right here. Who is that? Have you seen Ted? No, you haven't seen Ted. I understand. It's people are watching. Folks, keep looking to your left. Many, many years ago, these little beige buildings were dressing rooms for people like Jimmy Stewart, Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Lucille Ball, big movie stars. Nowadays, these are offices for some of Hollywood's top writers, producers, directors, and actors. Tom Cruise just came out with a brand new Mummy movie. One of these bungalows belonged to Tom Cruise. The late Paul Walker from the Fast and the Furious movies. One of these offices belonged to Paul Walker. And most famous movie director of all time, Alfred Hitchcock, who passed away 37 years ago. Not only is his office still out here, but it's still being used 37 years after his death, bungalow 5195. Psycho was conceived inside of that office. Okay. Soundstage that we're going to walk around is here on the left, Soundstage 22. I don't know if you can read English, you can figure out what TV show is from. How many Will and Grace fans do we have? 3 people, and this guy's kind of going like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to walk around the Will and Grace's come back to television after a long hiatus, Gesundheit. So we're going to walk around inside of this soundstage, and you can take pictures, right? They can take pictures in here. So, yes, this is terrific. Now, folks, we're coming back here, so leave any backpacks and packages on the trolley.
You're looking rapper mode. I got scared.
Come around this way, you guys.
Yeah, don't walk into this thing.
I don't know what it is. Robert.
It's dangerous, Robert.
Alright, you guys, as I lead you to where we're going to be, we have to walk through some of this activity. Be careful specifically with any cables, power cords, and any other
break anything.
Try to.
No.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. There you go.
Especially nowadays. This is for your traditional multi-cam situational comedy or sitcom. A lot of comedies don't do this multi-camera anymore. A lot of them are single camera or that more film-like film. I'm talking about shows like My Name is Earl or The Office, you know, those kind of shows. But Will and Grace is one of those classic comedies that shoots in front of a live studio audience. And in fact, you know that laugh that you hear, that raucous laugh? You see those microphones right up there? No, right up here. On this pole.
Oh, here.
Yeah. That's actual laughter that you're hearing. Now, sometimes you have to sweeten it for certain shows, not this one, of course. And they will use a laugh track. I'm not going to talk bad about any shows in particular. But I do have a theory that's big. You might bang on it once or twice. But every once in a while you have to sweeten it, but you really want to make sure you get the comedy right there from the audience. And in fact, I've had several tour guides watch this show filming, and what will happen is they'll do the scene and laughs are had. But you know what? They know they can get more. They actually seat our writers right here, right in front of the audience. So after a scene cuts, the writers come together and they're like, oh. And then they go up to the actors and they're like, they do the scene again, you got a new joke, and the laugh gets bigger! But they know it can get bigger. So they do that a couple times. In fact, whenever you're watching a show and they have the comedy reel at the end, or you get the spoof track on the extras, that's because we shoot the same scene 4 or 5 times. So we can make sure we get the very best edit. Directors can move like that here, and when they're all done, they choose the best shot that they got for that scene. So they can get the best laugh from you guys at home as well. Now, one thing you're seeing right now is a lot of activity traditionally. That far set is what we call a swing set. A swing set is one that we use every week. So every week on Will and Grace, we know we're going to see Will and Grace's house. We know we're going to see Will and Grace's office. But they go somewhere. They go to the club. They go to the White House. They go wherever each week. It does look like for the upcoming set that they might need to utilize more than one swing set. So what we're looking at, which for those of you who know the show, you can probably tell, this is Will and Grace's apartment. That's the fireplace, that's the door. Look over here. This is just behind the wall. But it looks like they're building a secondary swing set right beside their own stage. guys are the best, so they can very quickly create a new interior right where we are, shoot it, tear it down. We got Will and Grace's place right back here. And again, if you want to check out Will's kitchen to prove that I'm not lying, it literally is right behind this fake wall because they don't need the entire space. All they had to do was build a fake wall in front of it. Now, I was mentioning how sound is important, but so is lighting. Now, with these traditional lights, it's okay. You can see me, I can see you, but I'm wearing a hat, so you can see the shadow across my face. That's all the shadows here. We're under a couple of poles and beams. The shadows from that kind of cast on our face. That is not acceptable while filming. We need to be able to see our actors visibly. So, that's why you see there's no ceiling. There's never a ceiling when you're watching any TV show, whether it's multi-cam or single cam, and that's because that's where we put the lighting equipment. The light that they use is high intensity. Think of the flash of your own camera, but on at all times. That's the kind of lighting we've got going on there, usually with pancake lights, but as we move into the future, we're using more and more LED lights, less heat, more energy efficiency. We can have them on for much longer, and it makes sure that our actors are always seen, unless, of course, the story calls for giant shadows. If anyone is watching Will and Grace, I think it was the second episode where Jack's trying to look all young, so he hides in the shadows and puts makeup on. Yeah, he was in shadow on purpose for that. And that was done specifically. That means anytime you see them turn on a light, and it looks like the light overhead is turned on, it probably has. But that's a light that's literally dangling on one of these poles. And they brought into the scene just so you think there's a ceiling there. And what actually happens is that bulb might go on, but also two lights above that might also go on to truly illuminate the entire scene. So much more impressive. Yeah. When I talk about single camera comedies, one thing that is a big difference, is they actually have a fourth wall. So the way a multicam works, it's very much like a stage show where there is no fourth wall. In fact, the actors are breaking that fourth wall to have conversations like this. Because I don't know about you, but I rarely have a conversation with my friend like this. I don't talk to people like this. It's not how I have deep conversations. And that's because in this situation, I really want to present. It's a very presentational style. While in something like The Office, or My Name is Earl, they can have a more genuine conversation because there's one camera getting the image from here, then they do the scene again with the camera getting the image from here, and then they do the scene again with a wide shot, the camera from over here doing the same scene. Multi-cam, they're doing everything right here. They got one camera filming, another camera filming, and maybe a fourth camera off to the side, filming the one scene at the same time. And then again, the director just chooses whichever shot they need, because while I'm talking, they want to, while she's talking, they want to show her. There's a group of fall, and everyone's like, ha 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 ha. Together, it's group one shot, wide shot. And they usually do a close shot, a wide shot, the entire scene, and every once in a while. With all that being said, any questions about what you're seeing about TV in general? I know, it's loud in here. So let's get out of here, you guys. Yes? That's a very good question. Back in the day, yes. Would we actually use the film? Yes. If we were done with it, we cut it out, we toss it, we burn it, whatever. Nowadays, almost everything's done digitally. So we delete the files from our computer. And sometimes we don't because, of course, now with DVDs and extras, we want to keep that as a deleted scene for the extras on the DVD. Or the Blu-ray. Or the HD Ultra 4K, whatever edition. Yeah. Any other questions?
as Illy was saying, this is one of the oldest areas on the back lot, and a million westerns have been filmed out here. You know, John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Clint Eastwood. My Australian folks, this was Australia in the year 1906 in the Disney movie Saving Mr. Banks, about the making of Mary Poppins. You see this area during the flashback scenes. This is where Colin Farrell lived with came with his family to make a better life for himself. If any of you have HBO, you might have seen our Western Street and a couple of episodes of Westworld with Anthony Hopkins. Interestingly enough, when they filmed westerns out here, they actually have to cover the ground, the asphalt, with like tons and tons of dirt. And as soon as they finish filming, they have guys literally out here with brooms sweeping the dirt away. They can't leave the dirt out here because we have vehicles driving across here all the time. Oh, let me tell you one quick story about Saving Mr. Banks. So that was a Disney film. Disney was out here for like 2 weeks. They had to cover the ground with dirt. They had a million extras walking around. They had horses and carriages. And again, they were out here for 2 weeks. You see this area in the movie for like 4 seconds. And all that time and money, that's showbiz. One of the great things about walking around a back lot, folks, if you ever see a brick building, like this brick building or that, feel free to touch the bricks, because bricks are never made out of brick. In fact, touch the walls. I know this is a funny thing to say. Don't touch the walls. And show me what they're made out of. Yeah, they're not made out of brick. So, this is keeping with the tradition. Back when we shot westerns out here, they would make the bricks out of spongy material so that when the actors would have a fight and they would throw one another into the wall, they would just bounce off and not really get hurt. Also, there's a trick to some of the windows and doors out here. On some of the buildings, the doors and windows are a little that a lot of male actors are not wearing that. A good example of that, I hope you're not listening, Tom Cruise. All of you. Yeah, guys, next to our Western Street, some of you have found it already. This is Mexico. If any of you saw the movie Three Amigos with Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Martin Short, a lot of Three Amigos filmed out here. This was the country of Peru in the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with Harrison Ford and Shia LaBeouf. And Janet Jackson shot her Escapade video out here back in 1990. So that was, you know, and the amazing thing, any one of you can pull out your phone right now, go to YouTube, put in Escapade, Janet Jackson. You can see Janet Jackson dancing out here back in the year 1990, right out here. And that fountain has been flowing since 1950.
probably the late 30s, early 40s. We actually, when we needed horses for all those cowboy flicks, we had our own horses. We kept them in the stable. Right over here, we had cows. We had all sorts of animals that we keep on property so that when we had a Western, we didn't have to go out and break them. One of the very practical sets here on the lot.
Can we go in here?
No, for real.
No, never. Okay.
I mean, you can poke your head in, but a practical set is one of the few sets that we have on the back.
Folks, if you want to poke your head in that bar,
That we
don't
can
go in
film
there.
interior scenes. Now I told you we do most of our interior scenes inside a soundstage so that we can control the sound, control as much of the elements as possible. But sometimes it costs money to shoot half a scene out here, move everything to a soundstage and shoot the other half out there. Sometimes it's easier to just continue the scene from here inside. And so we built at least one practical set here. If you see right behind that truck, behind the truck you see the building with the awning. Okay, so the building next to it, to the left of that, was used for saving Mr. Banks, as he mentioned. That was where Colin Farrell worked inside the bank in old Australian outback. That is also a practical. And then building right there are the restrooms. I can't remember which side is girls or guys. I think the side closest to us is girls. The side furthest away from us is guys. If it's the opposite, yeah, this little building right here where the vending machines are. We've got a 4-story building ahead of us. Now, the top floor of our property department here is actually costumes. The top floor is where actors, actresses, and our costume designers work to be outfitted for their for the movies and TV shows. In fact, that is why we've named this building the Edith Head Building. Edith Head was a famous costume designer who was honored more than any other person in the Academy of Arts and Sciences. That is to say, she was nominated for an Academy Award 36 times. She won 8 of them, and she won 2 in a single year for costume design she did in a color film and costume design she did in a black and white film, back when they used to honor for both black and white and color films. Now, even if you don't know Edith Head, you know her memory a little bit. If you know The Incredibles, the movie The Incredibles with the superheroes, their costume designer, Edna Mode, everything from her bob haircut to those Coke bottle glasses, that no-nonsense attitude, that was all modeled after Edith Head. Nuggets! That's what Edith Head would have said back in the day. I also have a small love for her because she designed the original tour guide uniform. Not what I'm wearing today, but what they wore back in the 60s. She had a wonderful relationship with Alfred Hitchcock throughout the 60s and worked on many of his projects. And of course, when he moved here, essentially worked with us for many, many years. But the bottom 3 floors are where we hold our props. The 3rd floor is our small hand props, the apples, the laptops, the telephones, the paper clips. Anything as small as a paper clip or as large as a grand piano can be found in here. The 2nd floor is the home furniture. So what you're going to find in your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen area. And then what we're going to be seeing today is the 1st floor, our more open property furniture. That's stuff you're going to see in the office building or in a hotel or apartment lobby, that kind of stuff, as well as some extras just for you guys. Now, as he mentioned, please, if you see somebody working, step to the side. It is a work day. It is a Thursday. It is just a regular work day. Personal favorite is from Chronicles of Riddick, because I love Vin Diesel, so of course that's a personal favorite. That was the outfit that Thandie Newton wore. Thandie Newton you might recognize from the current Westworld. She is so beautiful, and that dress is awesome. You got something here from Snow White and the Huntsman. You got something here from 47 Ronin, starring Keanu Reeves. Snow White and the Huntsman, of course, starring Kristen Stewart and Chris Hemsworth. These boxes are going back upstairs. They're part of our costumes. You might be able to see what they're from just outside. Oh, hello, my darling. Just a heads up, guys. We're coming right to the side. Watch out, we got a worker over here. Don't step on her. What's up, girlie? And you're going to be very tempted to stop listening to me and take photos. Don't worry. You'll come back to the area that you want to take photos. Please follow me until we get to that area. Follow me to it.
ride here?
I did it here.
Yeah, that was a great ride. I love that.
I can still hear it.
I love slow rides.
Yes.
So I guess maybe we should I should bring this along.
Really,
Yeah, if they're gone.
They are gone.
Oh, it was tranquil.
Yeah, tranquil.
I don't know where to go. Oh,
He's being
He's doing the Lorax. I thought he was doing the yoga.
Just telling you guys left.
Wow. Oh, look out. Don't hurt yourself.
Don't touch it.
Hey guys, this Iron name shows up in a lot.
Ticket? Right now we've got New Mexico apartment and it's got a little
And if everyone has their phones, we'll follow me.
Here we go, guys. So can I just put everything on here?
Everything? What's everything? Just gonna go on that. Or give this to him. Mexico. Yeah, New
She just wants you to be in there, okay. Does anyone else want to?
What was that from?
Sure. It's okay. There you go.
Thanks,
You're
Robert.
quite welcome. You're quite welcome.
like Arizona State University.
I like that.
Sorry, you go.
I don't want to be in
Get a picture of the clothes. Yep.
Thank you so much. You're right. Let's do it.
It's just a one-day call driver set dressing over there.
So these are film students from the New York Film Academy. So these are aspiring Steven Spielbergs and Francis Ford Coppola's and Angelina Jolie's. And they're filming on our back lot today in Europe. This was the mythical kingdom of Genovia in the Walt Disney movie Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement. So again, all the major studios in town film here, Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount, everything, all film out here. So now, gang, we got to walk around our movie studio. Now we're going to show you guys what you get to see on the regular studio tour. It's really cool. Recently gave you some 3D glasses. Let me point out some stuff we didn't get to point out before. Passing by 6 points. You Back to the Future fans, we're passing by the Lion Estate signs from the Back to the Future films. That's where Marty McFly lived. Michael J. Fox. This is the Universal underwater tank. You fill this thing up with millions of gallons of water. The actors go on the inside, and the camera stays on the outside, shooting through the big window. Clever. That is clever. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You came up with that?
That was my idea. Yeah, I said, well, why? The cameras keep blowing up because they get wet. We'll put the cameras on the outside.
They leak and everything else.
They leak, and it's much better that way. Again, we came through here earlier, and Ellie was talking about these. Look at these. This is the Ash versus the Evil Dead Monster Maze. Again, Halloween Horror Nights going on tonight. If we could do Halloween Horror Nights every night, I think we would out here. So when you're waiting in line to do Halloween Horror Nights, you get to buy food so that you won't get too hungry, because things are scarier on a full stomach. And you can see how much these things, the prices for these items are reasonable. Terrifying. This is our, oh, by the way, this is London out here on the right. This was Russia on an episode of the ABC television series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. See, and for Halloween Horror Night, a churro costs $13.99. No, $3.99. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. So all of these buildings, just like the buildings on 6 Points, they look real on the outside. They're completely empty on the inside. Right over here, folks, we have Skinny Devil. Right here. El Diablo. Skinny Devil. And imagine, you're walking around out here, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, spooky music is playing, fog machines are going off, everyone's slightly drunk. Oh, it's terrifying. It is. It's terrifying.
It goes that late?
Oh yeah, people, for Halloween Horror Nights, the park officially closes. They get everyone else out by 3 a.m. 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's insane out here. And again, this is so basically, Halloween Horror Nights has taken over this portion of our backlot area. This is our metropolitan, New York metropolitan area, but they're doing Halloween Horror Nights behind these movie facades right over here. And again, if you look closely at the bricks on the facades, there's not one real brick. Again, any bricks you see on a movie studio backlot are never made out of bricks. All of these things are basically made purposely flimsy so that we can, take down a wall if we have to, or, blow something up. Michael Bay filmed Transformers out here a few years ago, and Michael Bay literally blew up parts of our facades on our New York street, and like Nicki Minaj, he had to repair everything before he left, and he was nice enough to blow the Hasselhoff Knight Rider. This is kit from the 2008 Knight Rider. The original kit was a Trans Am Mustang, but these, more or less, these are the actual cars and the actual movies and TV shows. I'm going to make the grown-ups feel ancient right now by telling you when these movies came out. Flintstones, we have 3 Flintstones cars marked out here on the left. Flintstones movie came out 23 years ago. Most of you are alive 23 years ago. We have a couple of cars from the second Fast and Furious movie. The second movie came out 14 years ago. The first movie came out 16 years ago. So there are kids watching Fate of the Furious who weren't even alive when the first movie came out. Jeep from Jurassic World, a couple of Jeeps from Transformers, and this tank from Transformers. The armor plating around the tank is actually plywood. Plywood tank. So everyone loves cars, everyone loves tanks, but you know what else everyone loves? Everyone loves dinosaurs. They love dinosaurs. To Jurassic Park. So that was the late great Sir Richard Attenborough. He said that line 24 years ago. Jurassic Park, nearly a quarter of a century old. We're going to take you folks into a little piece of Jurassic Park that we have nestled away out here on the backlot. So this is stuff primarily from the first 3 movies. We have cages out here and boats, and this mobile laboratory on the left went over the side of the cliff 20 years ago. In the second movie, 1997, 20 years ago. And I'll tell you what else we have out here. We have dinosaurs out here. Spitters. Here they are. Spitters. Mild laughter. So everything in Hollywood is an illusion, including Mother Nature. If you look closely at some of these trees, you'll notice the trees are actually made out of foam rubber and styrofoam. The trees have wheels on the bottom and handles on the side, and because they're made out of styrofoam, you can move them easily from set to set. So, folks, we're going to go all over the world today. So we saw a little bit of New York, and we went through Jurassic Park. Let me tell you, we were supposed to go to Mexico, but the weather reports say that there could be rainstorms in Mexico and maybe even a flash flood. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you still want to go to Mexico? We don't have to go to Mexico.
Yes, we need to go.
Yeah.
You want to go to Mexico, even though there could be a flash flood?
No problem.
And some of you might get hurt or killed. You don't care?
No.
Oh, okay.
If it's our time, it's our time.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you have so little value of your own life. What's that? Is that? That is thunder. That is thunder and lightning out here. Okay, folks, I'll tell you what, at least it's not raining. Oh, what the heck? It's not good. All right, guys, we're probably in the worst spot we could possibly be in. We're gonna wait here and see what happens. Do me a favor, watch the top of that hill. We might. I'm not saying we are. I'm saying we might. We could see a flash flood out here. I hope it doesn't happen. I pray it doesn't. So you're just seeing the movie Magic of Flux. You just dropped about 10,000 gallons of ammo down that hill, goes all the way down to the water on the back of the truck. And this has been going on since like 1970. That water's like 47 years old or something like that. Anyway, this is what the flood looks like on film. It looks like this.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Any fans of Lady Gaga out there? She did a music video for Judas where she gets hit by the rush of water. Well, that was right out there. And originally she had a stunt double for that stunt. But she's Lady Gaga, and she saw her stunt double do it once, and she's like, no, I can do that. Even in these 5-inch stilettos, I'm Lady Gaga. I can do whatever I want. She stood out there in the actual floodwaters and got it done. Although I'm going to be a little more specific, Robert, because that's my favorite attraction in the entire theme park. Because it is the oldest. You know, the theme park officially started back in 1964 with the Studio Tour. Studio Tour was the first ride here at the theme park as it was. That was built in 1967. And it's been in use ever since. I know, it's look, 3 years. 3 years. But I like being specific with that particular one. Now, we did tell you earlier about the facades. That is most of these buildings, the false fronts. You can get a very clear image of that. As you look at the back of the 6 Points, Texas set that we already walked through here, you can see it's just the framework that you see on the other side. And one of the cool things that we didn't talk about when we were passing by Little Europe, so I'm going to bring it up right now, is that one of my favorite shows, and this is me shilling out for it. They're not paying me to do this. I just love this show, The Good Place, starring Ted Danson, Kristen Bell. I saw someone perk up, so I'm going to show you how Little Europe has become The Good Place. Nope, that's not the one I want to show. Although that is also Little Europe with Jimmy Fallon here. I'm going to show you the appropriate one because we already talked all about 6 Points, Texas here. So this is The Good Place.
Eleanor Shellstrom are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. Camera equipment and to our actors' eyes and mouths. So you know what? We're going to keep moving along here. We're going to go take part of our vacation at a lovely beach. Lovely beach known as Amity Island. You might have heard about it. There was a shark problem. But if you look to the right, you can see we caught the shark just this morning. Hanging right from the hotel there. Nothing for us to worry about as we dip our toes in the water, have some fun in the sun, tan in the sand. No. Oh, there's another shark out there, but don't worry. Our best police ever still out there, George. Hey, George! George, buddy! shark weed. You guys punch it in the nose, George. Just one big, oh, whoa! I don't think he punched it in the nose, you guys. You know what? We're going to keep moving. We're going to stay safe. Our safety gear here is filled with gasoline. I don't think this is safe here. You know what? It's okay because we do have some bait at the end of the docks. That yellow barrel is where the bait is. He's taking the bait. Oh. But he took the docks with him. That's probably not a good sign. All the sparks and gasoline. That's really okay, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, sharks are afraid of fire. So there's no way the shark's going to get anywhere close to those flames. It's going to be fine. Oh, I might have been wrong about that. Whoopsies! All right, you guys, that was Bruce the shark. Yay! And if you guys know it, just yell out, what kind of a shark is that? What kind of shark just popped out at us? Great white, yeah. You guys are all very close. It's actually a plastic shark. But it is a plastic great white shark, so many of you are very close. And you can see him doing the backstroke there, the only shark in the world that can. Getting back in a position, or back to one. Back to one is an industry term. Meaning back to the beginning of the scene, or back to the beginning of the shot, so we can do it again, and again, and again. You see, Steven Spielberg's shark doesn't actually work as well as ours does every single day. Because on the very first day of filming, his shark sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, like a stone. Now here's the thing, he had 3 mechanical sharks, and before filming began, he tested all 3 of them right here on the Universal lot. Soundstage 21, where he snuck in and saw Mission Control, Robert over here. That's also where we have a underwater tank area, and that's where he tests the sharks in freshwater. But when they filmed Jaws, they filmed off the east coast of Martha's Vineyard in the real ocean, where there is salt water. The salt got mechanics gunned up, and it caused production delays by over 100 days. Yeah, but that was a blessing in disguise because Jaws was originally supposed to be released in the, Christmas of '74. That heartwarming film about the great white killer shark. Now, instead of releasing in the summer of '75, it created the very first summer blockbuster. Now we're truly going to get safer here. As we look off to our right hand side, we're getting a little more suburban with it. You see the Chicken Ranch built in the '80s for the best of a whorehouse in Texas. Most recently used for the show About a Boy. You can see the facades still say About a Boy on there. And we're actually driving through. Oh, yay, it's not close. We were told it was closed earlier. We're driving through one of the most infamous streets in all of TV history. Now, we know it as Colonial Street. You might know it a little bit better as Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Now, we were told it was closed because they were filming, at least yesterday, a new drama called Reverie, starring Sarah Shahi out there. But it gets used time and time again and has over the years. For instance, one of my favorite shows filming or airing its 6th and final season, The Mindy Project, has used this several times. This is where her boyfriend, then her husband, then her ex-husband used to live when he lived in Jersey. And then like one of the other houses right next to his house is where her parents lived in Boston. Yeah, we just tell you it's a different location like we do all over this whole park. In fact, this area's been here for decades. It's been here since the 60s. But we have some new sections of it. And the newest section is this back house over here and a few of these houses. Now, most of these houses are just facades, but that back house, since it was recently built, where Edie lived, played by Nicolette Sheridan, played by Renee lived, played by Vanessa Limbs, is the only fully practical set in the neighborhood. Like I said, most of these are facades, and my favorite facade is that green one we just passed, because you open the door, and you see the hillside. There's literally nothing in that house. This one is my second favorite facade, because in it we have a 100-year-old eucalyptus tree growing right out the middle of it. Or more to the point, we built the house around the tree. Now, some of these have practical, partially practical sets, like Susan's house over here has a partially practical living room and kitchen piece, but most of what Desperate Housewives did was film in our sound stages. And I had a question about that from one of our guests earlier, like, did this film here, did this film here? Yes and no, just because it has a universal name to it doesn't mean it filmed here on the lot. Just because it's Disney property doesn't mean it didn't film here on the lot. We're a rental facility. We will take your money if you have it. So if you have the money and they have the space, be from Disney, be from Warner Brothers. We're okay. And whoa, that. We've been seeing a lot of production vehicles today, but that is definitely not one of them. So I'm going to have to call that into security. Give me a second. Studio Tour to security. We have a problem.
This is security.
security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
We just left the steering lane and the black Charger sitting out there again. Look, I know who it belongs to, but he doesn't belong here. Can you please look into it for me, please?
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Thank you so much. I am so sorry, you guys. That's my ex-boyfriend's car, and he's kind of been following me a lot recently, but we should be fine. So now that I called it crash. It's perfect as a nightmare, though, because that's where you're going to run into Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. And if you make it past Freddy Krueger out here, well, you have one last killer to make it past, and that would be Leatherface and his trusty saw. So about 7 people make it back from a trail of 170 each time they come out here. Like, that's a pretty good odds, if you ask me. Although, truthfully, in all honesty, one of my favorite things about the Terror Tram, and every year you get the opportunity, is you get to walk right past and take a photo of the iconic Psycho House. You get to stand on the steps, you get to see Mother Bates up in the window, you get to actually be a part of a little bit of Hollywood history and take a photo with the Psycho. Oh. Looks like the owner is here. That's Norman Bates. He goes, hey, I was just telling these guys how you get to take a photo with your iconic. That's not good. Gerard, why are you stopping? Norman Bates has a gigantic butcher knife. We need to keep moving. Bye, Norman. Going to kill today. Okay, bye. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, my favorite thing about leaving Norman at his house is that due to IP, intellectual property, he literally can't leave the house. Yay! He cannot join us here in the set piece from War of the Worlds, film starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning, where there was a huge destruction, a plane crash in a small New Jersey neighborhood. And you know what, actually, our production designer Rick Carter and director Steven Spielberg here, and I want to tell you a little bit more about how the scene came to life. Though that plane that you see on your left is from a real 747 that was purchased out in the Mojave Desert from an airplane graveyard and brought here piece by piece on flatbed trucks.
The airplane crash site is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can get us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
The next day? Alright, get them out of here. Alright, you guys, looks like they're pulling us into the party room. The party's still going on from last night's street race. You know what? I'm a little underdressed, but if you guys want to blend in, just throw your hands in the air. Party okay? It's just me. That's okay. I'm going to survive. You'll be found out by Owen Show. But we can't blend in, you guys, if there's nobody here. And, hey! Whatever. Hey, Robert. You know what we're supposed to do now? We can't blend in. There's nobody here. What's going on?
This is what we do. This is the race day after party. Roman Pierce, FBI, on the ground. Bill? On the ground. Do it now. You know how long I took that iron this shirt, man? I'm on the ground right now. Ladies, just back up a little bit. Okay. It's like that. First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who you work for? We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety. Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun. Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Pops, that's what this cop is out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. Got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You can show.
I gotta call you back. I'm just telling you this.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Here.
It was on vibrate. Sure, Trace does. House can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle.
You got it. You heard him, Gerard.
This is about to get real interesting.
Look how looks like a pyramid. That's Burbank Studios, where Jay Leno used to shoot The Tonight Show. It actually used to be part of NBC, but we recently moved all of our news affiliates. That's what used to be over there. We moved them here on the lot. Still a studio, just not one that's affiliated with us so much. And if you get another chance to look over that in our overpass, you can see North America's largest IKEA down there. It's the blue and yellow. But that is the industry, and that, you guys, is our tour. Did you guys have fun on our tour, you guys? Let's give it up for Robert, who was killing it out there.
Keep it going for Ellie.
Yes. And more importantly, most importantly, let's give it up for Gerard. This whole lot is, the lot itself, the movie studio, a little over 200 acres. And no one wants to walk that, especially early in the morning. So thank you, Gerard. We are getting off the vehicle, and this is the last time we see the vehicle. It's also the last time for free waters before a 12:20 lunch. So if you want to grab water, please feel free. Make sure you grab all of your items. And you guys, it has been a pleasure, but as they say in the movies, that's